Well, welcome everybody to this new challenge. For this one, I'm going to be using easy mode. Uh, it just helps the challenge to move forward a bit quickly. Normal mode, it would take too long. We'd have to do too much sitting around waiting for our money to get up. So I'm going to use this mode. Uh, and for this, I need to get 1 million people into my city. Hopefully, my computer will stand it. I'm going to use this. No, I'm not even going to attempt to say what the map's called, but it's obviously based on a China map. So I'm going to be using the China region packs a lot in this, I think. But it's a great map. It's got plenty of resources, got all the outside connections, and mainly it's 84% buildable area, and it's quite warm, so the climate should be pretty much all good. So let's give a name. We'll call it, well, not Pops Gamer. I think we'll call it Pops. I don't know. What do you think? Popsville. It's a bit of a crappy name, but it'll do for now. You guys have something else, then feel free. I'll rename it. So, what's this all about then? Right. Well, this is a beautiful map, by the way. It's really flat. Now the only thing I'm using in this challenge, which will change, is I'm using 529 tiles, so that should open up all the tiles, and it also gives me a bit of a bigger starting tile. But apart from that, all of my mods are all to help me along. So they've got like traffic mod and that sort of stuff. Anarchy, obviously. So there's a few mods, but none that change the sim. So we're going to be going on the game's mechanics as such. But yeah, it's a good. This is a good starting square. We've got quite a big area, and it's beautiful, really. There's some carving of rivers between it. We got some sea routes we can put in as well. So yeah, looks like my wind is going all in this direction. So this is where my industry is going to go. Now, to get 1 million people, going to have to do a lot of residential. But I'll put the challenge criteria up on the screen, but basically I've got to keep the Sims happy. So basically I've got to cover everything, and I've also got to make sure I put every single zone type down. But I'm going to make this, not too boring for you. So I'm going to time lapse the first part of this build. So you see everything. I'm not going to cut anything out. But I'm going to make it a little quicker for us. So you guys are not bored with a bit of a tune to help you along. So hope you enjoy. Right, that's that done. So we've done all right there, haven't we? Yeah, it's very gritty. I will give you that. But hey, I need 1 million people in here, so we're up to nearly 14K, so that's good. So I think we've got a good crack here. Now, one of the criteria obviously was to make sure my Sims were happy. So I'm going to be putting a lot of Chinese assets in here. I want to stick to the theme where I can, and I'm going to mix that in with European. And a few of these buildings I've dropped already, the signature buildings. So one of the criteria as well is to make sure I place all the signature buildings. So I'm not making it easy for myself. I've got to make sure traffic's good, everything, because otherwise the Sims will complain, and I'll feel that part of the that part of the challenge. Let's see if I can put this somewhere. So, I mean, what do you guys think? I mean, good start here. I'm quite happy with it. We got a power plant in there, the geothermal. Obviously, on easy mode, I'm able to get the geothermal in, so I can get quite close to the Sims. So we're looking on happiness, a bit of need to get some parks in here to make them happy. I could probably put something big at the top end here, so I think this will give me quite a big boost. So if I put something in pretty central there. And what else can I put in? Grand Plaza. It's pretty big, that, isn't it, really? I'll probably save that for when I do the downtown. It's got to have a downtown after all. This is a city. I want it to look nice, and that's one of the criteria as well, is to look like a city. So that fits just perfect in there. You couldn't write that, could you? So it's not exactly straight in areas because, what city actually is. So, but I've got to make the city look pretty. Another part of the criteria. So I'll be doing quite a bit of detailing in this series. And some trees out there, making, some nice path designs. Look at this, put this in right there. Okay, nice one. It's quite a nice asset, that, isn't it? Yeah. Yep, sorry, easily distracted. Let's just move it up to here, and then no demand right now, but let's put some low density offices right in there. And hopefully that'll grow in once I get some office demand. Obviously, I'm going to need to get universities and all that sort of stuff in, because that'll drive, for the big business. Because every zone's got to be put in. So, and I've been mixing it with some Chinese-based assets and zoning, and along with some EU as well. So. Definitely looking better, but it's a big gap there. Not put any districts in yet, so let's see what else we've got here. What about a sports park? A large one. I've opened that up now as well. So American football field. It's a temptation, isn't it? I wonder if that would fit right up here somewhere. It's pretty tight in there. So, yeah, I think that'll slip in somewhere here. Why not? I mean, the idea is to keep everybody happy right at the beginning, so I'm not, fixing things, trying to get things done at the beginning. It looks really good, that tile, to be fair. Can you see that? Can you imagine that? I mean, that's going to be spread out pretty much all over. I mean, I've only got 14,000 almost people in there. That's way shy of the 1 million target. So, and this is it. This is how, this is how we play these games. We have to set our own targets, otherwise it gets a bit tedious. And this is going to be a really good challenge. I'm really looking forward to it. And this is a great map, by the way. Like I said, don't ask me to name the map because I just couldn't. So, oh, there's definitely some things here. So I'm just filling in some gaps. So a lot of this is going to be filling as many gaps as humanly possible to, utilize the space, but also keeping it in mind that I don't want to create too much noise. So I've got to keep the Sims happy because we've got to be all green on the happiness scale, to win this challenge. And it's going to be a good test, really, the system. Definitely going to put this up here, I think. It's got to happen, hasn't it? Bit of American football and in a European stroke Chinese environment. Why not? Be rude not to. So, yeah, that's looking pretty good. So if I draw a road right around here. I'm really glad I've jumped back into this game because I am enjoying it. So I hope you guys are too. And I hope those who've had some problems no longer have those problems because it really is. I really do enjoy these type of games. But you do have to give yourself these challenges because otherwise, well, it gets a bit tedious, doesn't it? I mean, this games like this and Farming Simulator, that's the same. Yes, there's a goal sort of thing inferred, but it gets tedious after a while and you start to think, what's the point? So you have to give yourself points, you know what I mean? You have to sort of like challenge yourself. I mean, this is what this is all for. A million people in here. This is going to be pretty massive. I'm going to have to really think of how to maximize the land. And I might be completely, let's get some parking in as well. I might be, overselling it and it might be so easy, or it might be hard. And, when I get so high, my computer might start creaking. Who knows? Because obviously there is reports of people, getting some problems once they get high. But I don't think I'll have that issue, to be fair. But let's wait and see. That's all I can say. Watch along. I'll try and keep these really, really fast. But I'm also going to try and make sure I don't delete anything or jump. I want you guys to see as much as everything as I'm doing, because at the end of the day, hopefully this sort of helps you out as well of how to, put things together. That's quite nice. That's it. Okay. Another signature building. Cool. So can we just squeeze in there? Yeah, why not? So I'll get plenty of parking. I've not done a lot on districts yet, things like that, but I think this is looking reasonably. I've got this open space here, which I was thinking for the hospital, but the hospital, Chinese People's Hospital, so that looks like a really nice asset, but it's quite high, and my monthly balance is still up there. Do you know what? I think I need to get some trash collection. Because I put a lot in there. I've not messed about with any finances. I don't generally mess about with tax. So what I need, I think, is just to reduce that deficit a little bit more. And I think the way to do that, I've got enough money. I've still got over $1 million. So I think to do that, what I need to do is just get rid of that roundabout, is put some trash collection in. And then it saves us, it saves us that, exporting that service out to outside the city and costing us a fortune. I'm going to put the incineration plant in because it'll also give us a little extra boost on the electrical side as well. So come on, look at the upgrades on here as well. So what have we got? Do like this asset. I do like it. So let's just connect this to our current supply. So to save bottlenecks, we're going to have to start to, move our electric supply around. Because if we just keep using it on roads, eventually the roads will top out and we'll start to get some things. So let's see what else I can do here. So, well, we're definitely in tourist attractions. Don't really need that yet. Oh, I'll probably need post. But I need to get post in there again. Otherwise, they'll start complaining about post. So probably get the advanced water pump, which is going to be needed. The good thing about the easy mode, you do get a lot of these quite quickly. You do get a lot of points, and this is effectively a speed build. I mean, I need to do this as quick as possible. So we'll get the city hall while we're here, and we'll get the central bank too. Okay, I think we'll probably call it a day for the video, and I'll probably create a new one. We'll definitely get the water as well, I think. But yeah, we'll catch up on the next video, and let's see how far we get. All right, guys, thanks for watching. See you all again soon.